Good. What's good, everybody? So I was on Instagram and I saw a basketball meme that said who would win one on one in both of them in their prime, Joker or Shaq. Now, I'm not gonna beat around the bush, and I know 90% of y'all are gonna pick Shaq because it's nostalgia, right? I mean, y'all love living in the past, right? Shaq would lose, and it's not even close. Now, I'm not going to go into details why I think Shaq would lose, but Shaq would lose. Um, okay, I'll give you two reasons why Shaq would lose. Number one, stamina. Number two, shooting. Shaq was not a great shooter at all. He was not known for his shooting. Yeah, he could throw a little, one hook shot here and there, but it wasn't consistent. He was a one-way thinker, right? Like the only thing he knew how to do was just score inside the basket. Yeah, I remember his LSU head coach told him, Shaq, you're a big boy, right? You're a very big boy. When you keep on banging low and banging low and banging low, it's going to affect you later on in your career. Now, imagine if Shaq had a jumper. I'm not saying that he was going to be lethal, but you look at most of the big men, Yao Ming, look how tall he was. And Shaq even admitted Yao Ming was the toughest player that he ever had to guard because he was so dang tall. And he had a mid he had a mid-range game. KG, even though KG didn't play the center position a lot, he had a mid-range game. Bam Adebayo, he has a mid-range game, right? So if Shaq would have adopted, or if Shaq would have developed a mid-range game, you don't think he would have been a little bit more lethal? Him going into because Shaq came out the same year I was born in '92, so he came out with the big dogs. He came out with he had to go, you know, toe to toe with Kareem, Ewing, you know what I'm saying? Robinson. So he had to, learn quick and fast in the era of big men. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw Shaq for the first time, like I was like around 5 at the time. He was huge. He was massive. Never seen anybody like that. A lot of people. I don't even think there was no comparison to him at the time. But he was just keep running into Michael Jordan all the time. He would win the Magic would win like 67 or 60, 68 or 67 games, and they would obviously get annihilated. And he did everything that he could. And he just felt like Orlando wasn't the place, and he made his move. You know, um, a lot of people are gonna say, well, he should have just did this and did that. But when the organization like Orlando isn't going anywhere, you're not going to stay there for a very long time. So I mean, those are the only two things. Those are the only two issues I have with Shaq. Stamina and shooting, because Jokic will shoot Shaq out the gym. No fouls. If you foul, you just you just get an extra possession. There is no free throws. It's kind of like 2K. When you foul, you get the ball right back. You know what I'm saying? Um, and we playing by ones and twos, and the game is going to 21 or 11. There's another comparison. Like who is a better player, Dennis Rodman or Draymond Green, which is a slap to the face because Dennis Rodman was 10 times better than Draymond. But right here, we're talking about two behemoths, two big men, going at it. So who's going to win? Shaq's brute force in the paint or Jokic perimeter 3-point shooting mirage? You pick one, right? Because obviously Shaq is not going to shoot Jokic out the gym. He might probably beat him in the paint, but if we, like I said, if we're going by ones and twos,